Many issues we will get to do with our country and our state and different parts of the world. Today again, we don't come here. And when we look at some of the things when we see they come to push young people into crime and criminality for the country. When we take them down this evening, more of us talk to ourselves. So very shortly, as we talk, we open the our telephone lines to make you also contribute to some of these things. Because yes, for society to grow, now young people. So yes, my brother Roland Igbadume, he for Manchester for UK. He will join us via Zoom this evening on All of Us Going to Talk. Kingsley Amayo too, for all the way from US, he will join us too via Zoom. All of us going to talk about different issues we get to do with young people and the way we take the plan for Babatin. I did with inside house, Eugene Nofe. My brother, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I did fine, oh.
Now only you here today.
That's it.
Let's say you be young man, so now Miss Mokore, you can you can tell us.
Okay.
First of all, our society these days now, what do we see? It surprise us. Why we say young men between the ages of from 19, 20, 21 to like 40, 39, 40. Now so internet fraud we just got the poor hand. What's happened?
Well, firstly, I will say, firstly, in our parents.
Our parents?
Yes, I will take them from there because when you say society, when you say what make up the society, what make up the state and nation, now people won't come from families. So even as at large, so it be saying, and many of our youths, many of the young people, now into internet flood today, basically I will say some of our parents don't fail, because I know say back in the days when you bring waiting your parents no fee afford to the house, firstly the parents must react, say, my pikin, where you get this shirt, where you get this trouser, because they know say those things not be them buying for you. Then secondly, when you can't be say you don't go to the age when be say you can't work, they know the level of your income. They know so okay, there's certain amount when fit buy you some certain things, and certain amount when no fit buy you some certain things. Like right now, you are a young man of maybe 18 to 20, 25. You bring let's say Lexus 350 come house, Lexus whatever come house, or come show your father say okay, come dedicate this car for me, come pray. A well parent when gets something upstairs, or when you know say this my pikin no fit afford this thing now. We dey talk about a car of 15, 20 million. Your son bring am for you, say okay, may you come pray for such a car. If our parents know say these things are not good, first of all, he go reject such attention from the son. Ask the pikin, say how you take get so amount when you take get such a car, or where you forget money, because I know say okay, peradventure this one and where your money fit buy, where your salary even a year cannot give you a 15 million Lexus. So some parents go reject it. But instead, many of our parents, they welcome this thing. Don't forget, you know, when people go, they talk, say, why go do this, why go do that? Now, house that pikin for comot. Now, house then that pikin for start to practice that thing. Before he begin enter into big stuff when they do, don't forget, say, now small, the parents will like, now you see, some parents will see their children with an iPhone of 100 and 200 or 300, 500K. They not go ask, say, my pikin, where did you get this from? Even when they don't leave us, they buy some certain things they go bring come. They not go ask them, see how they do. So firstly, now the failure of our parents in our society. Because society, now parents bring up the children. So when you see things like that, you know, say, okay, firstly, our society don't fail, our parents don't fail. Then secondly, we'll still think and say, many of our youths, many of them are greedy. Many of them, you see, everything still boils back to the society.
Many of our youth are greedy.
Yes.
Greedy.
Yes.
How?
My brother, let's be sincere. Akbolo, there are some things you know, say, you not feel afford by that at this time, including me. There are some things I know, say, okay, at my present financial level, I not go feel afford this thing. So why I go want do anything possible, whatever it takes, to ensure say I get that thing. You see a girl of 18 years old, a girl of 20 years old, a young boy of 25, one use an iPhone of 315,000 naira. He won't use an iPhone of 400 and something thousand naira phone. And don't be surprised that that person not even gets anything when they generate an income. That not be greediness. It's greediness. I just tell you how now. Many of our youth are also they very big. When we say they don't do so many, they don't put their hands for so many things went wrong. So many things when go be say go cause them heavy negative repercussion in few years because of greediness. Now, if we say, okay, we leave that aspect coming to the government. My brother, yes, we know say our government, apparently job not there. Job they limited. But you know me say make some of us go put hands for things when not right.
So but why government don't go provide job?
Yes, that one a very big question. Government supposed to provide job. But right now, the way we can see things, we can say government supposed to provide job, no doubt. But the way we see our present government now, we don't blame them. We don't talk. So we they pray for change. Many one come and be say go provide jobs.
Okay,
but I tell you one thing. You know, say when I see they do, you they hear me so. When I see they do say okay, I they work follow people, I they try build my businesses. I go say work no day. But when I begin to, I can't get my own businesses, when we say I dey employ people too, I can also discover say many of our youth no want work. Many of our youth no want work. Before you say, okay, work not day, government not provide work. What about the private sectors when provide work? How many of our youth work? There was a seminar organized by Redeemed Church by Pastor Sagi Izeyamu when he invited this young entrepreneur, people, businessmen, young private sector, make one of these big leader, make us speak to them concerning business. I was opportune to be there. Many of us, when we say we get businesses, what do we complain about? Now people working under us. Many people don't want to work under private sector. As long as you know they pay the rich 100,000 naira. You go they pay 40,000, you go pay 30, you go pay 50. Sometimes at the end of your businesses, you won't get business if you not go take something good, go home. Your take home go small, but when you ensure say your staff they okay, but still they don't want to work.
But maybe also before we look at some video we this our brother sent to us, no talk take Uduota, for instance.
Okay.
You know how many children or young people will they come up from university every year? For Uduota, for instance.
Yes.
University of Benin did there. Benin University of Canada did there. BIU did there. College of Education did there. Abi?
Yes.
Our Chipoli did there. Some Adegbo Iga did there. Wonder School called West Spring did there. Wonder Polytechnic did there. Now, then even the Shaka Momodu. So you know the number of graduates where they churn out from Uduota. Huh? And some people will just sit down for on television, just they talk. No, even you tell why that man. I don't know why he don't come today. He said it is very. I think they make that parable now. He says it's getting was some person will say he dey hungry, and he sit down on top of money. It is very bad. You know guy you want to take the right decision. You don't know.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go for that. Again, what I want to me you also watch for television because I go open our line. If you watch television now, you will see some vehicles. And this vehicle, because they talk, all these vehicles where they see, now some of them, they make all these are young boy. The young boys, they do most of those is what they do. You see them, different cars. And all these cars now brother Roland Baduma help us get all these things from London. We still get a via Zoom now, we try to connect them. You understand? These now cars what they use for cabs, taxi, for UK. You hear me? But see now these cars, different Range Rover. Now you see them, different vehicles, all these vehicles, now taxi. But now them, now how they speak the language now? One person don't hammer for for
don't blow.
Huh?
It don't blow.
It don't blow. When it don't blow, either you go carry Venza, or you go buy a Range Rover Sport, or you go buy this one, or you go buy that one. You go come drive and enter university. You come drive a van. Guests go come to hear you, or you go come put one fair get for front, or you go that. But this same vehicle, see them. My people for house, and see them. See that vehicle. We say some of our children, they don't want put ear or eye hear any word. The only thing they encourage them say they want to ride inside these vehicles, but outside here na taxi na they use them. So the one with the year when they talk say, oh, na so you wan use your mama take do ya. You get one small boy that how many years? 15 years. I go watch another pastor talk say he bring one 15-year-old boy come out. Say the boy say wan go do yahoo. Me wan use your mama take do money ritual. Me for take buy this thing. So now all these ones are very good to do taxi. Shey dey see them. Na we dey kill our parents food. So when you see things happening in other climes and we were there, now this one that we dey kill our parents food.
You know, say I dey talk something just now. You can't say how. Okay. One, I measure greed. You understand? Okay. I measure greed because see, life, men are in sizes. Life is in phases. You see, life now stage by stage. But when you as a young man want jump past the stage when you suppose dey, you know, the abnormal will happen because you never get to reach that level when you dey aspire to be, and you no wan follow am genuinely. You say you wan follow am very fast. See, any man that eager to be rich and wealthy must sow in hands. Now let me tell you another thing. This is another where we go also blame our government. Okay. Now see, those cars now, when we hear, they all want to do anything possible to make sure say we drive, to make sure say we get. You think say if our government really good, not just at those states nationwide, say things like this, when this, you know, say human being, let me tell you about something. Anything you useless, they know they take and value. They know they value them. Yes. If those cars now, when we say that they keep people put, those cars where they use their family, they do rituals to acquire. If our present day government use them, do one like taxi, just the way they do one there, you think say they will kill themselves over those cars? That is it. Okay, now tell me now. No matter how small Awudi be now, as Awudi they use them for taxi now. You think say anybody will come carry Awudi for say, okay, it must be the car when I want to use my father or my mother for rituals for. That one another blame from the government. And make me tell you just now, say it starts from the government. No, it starts from the parents. From the parents to the community leaders. From the community leaders to the government. Another thing when they cause this thing when you never see, when they want make you go talk. No, you know why they tell you, because when they talk just now, you like say how, you know, we they press wet. Good people. The community. Now they can tell you say okay, presently people they press wet. Now don't go on the days before you go hear good names, you go hear good deeds, but now the person who spray money pass, now they hear. The person will drive the best cars, now they greet. Now they say these days for family, if the person will get money, never come for the meeting, decision, that is, he never come. Because any decision when they take that, they believe in money they will take executor. Now no matter how the person how the money take come, as long as say it come, they make any decision. In a young go stand though. Even if he gets senior brother, as long as his senior brother not get money, now the one way he talk, then go stand on the way the society can be. You get to tell the talk so. So if you want to really check this matter, the blame is from everywhere. You see a parent, that day I didn't want to bury, I travel, I just come. You know, the woman, then they call the guy, the woman say, then they talk to the woman, say, this thing where you do not go. You see, then they talk to her like that, he go tell them, say, now Yahoo they picking they do. Huh? My brother. He say, go tell them, say, now Yahoo they picking they do. He go use money spoil, he go, if he beats the person finish, he go call it picking, go give her money, he go use money cover the case. He was boasting of stupidity. Check. And when the picking really come the occasion, what do they hear? The chair, the big kubana of a land, the chair, really? Really. We went to say, okay, now we be even be senior. He won't greet us. It was like this. Just imagine. Now, guess where they put that small boy? They put him for high table.
How old is the boy?
The boy is about 24, 25.
You don't see.
I'm telling you. And he came with a Benz-Formatic 2014 model.
You did that. I remember. Go back to the beginning because that vehicle when they did there, I see Range Rover Sport.
Oh, yes, different Range Rover. Did that picture?
Different Range Rover. Venza, all of these vehicles. That beginning here. That these cars now, then they kill their parents. They put now because
Evoque.
Yeah, and these are the latest cars they use for other countries as taxi, but yet with the kill their parents they put.
So you see, the blame come from both the parents. You know, let's be sincere, my brother. If our parents they actually they caution their children, they talk to. There's a man I know. He told his son, he said, as long as I say this money come from Yahoo, he said my hand no go touch am. No use am buy food for me. No use am buy anything for me. Because see, when you know when they defraud somebody, except you have never been played. It's so painful. It's so painful because this money represents the person time, represent the person blood, represent the person, the entire. See, a man of God I know, Pastor Ignatius, he said your money represents you. He said because imagine you they go work from money 1st to 31st because of some certain money when we say they go give you at the ending of the month. Then some they ensure say they get contracts, some they ensure say they do 1 or 2 so that you go fit give them this their money. At the end of the day you go defraud that person, whether you do Yahoo Plus, you not do Yahoo Plus, so all of them are blood money.
All right, the program Uduota with the original from Independent Television in Nigeria. I'm sure very soon we'll open our live line of our telephone, make you contribute to this program because today now in our program we already make you now talk to us. Which is they push many young people into this internet fraud. And these days, what do they see? We say, people, they don't even want to go school again. They don't want to learn work again. They don't even go, say, want to learn barbing or go do, learn how to do air conditioner or do fridge or even do organizer or do mechanic. Everybody now, another way, don't they? So there are some jobs these days, there are some jobs that you get people when we say, they good even they do. Wait till they push our children into this. I know people into most of this is what they do. Call our numbers. Let us know your opinion today for inside the program. 052 290 573. 052 290 573. Just call us. Maybe all of us they talk together this evening. Because like I talk, now don't see the video of some of those cars. When we say we tell they won't kill our parents for them, but when you come up for here, now they do taxi for the other parts of the world. Will they talk to us? Sir?
So you see, as I did tell you just now, our own government never creates will I say an orientation. We need an orientation summit. Yes. We need something to change the mindset of the youth. We need something to change the narrative of the youth. See, apparently, the thing has eaten so deep. Will they take us so lightly? Don't forget, there's a post I brought out. I said the youth are not leaders of tomorrow. The youth are leaders of today.
Hello?
Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Would they hear you, sir?
Yeah, good evening. You're speaking to Ken.
Ken from where?
And from Benin City.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. You see, what you were saying and was very correct. As in everything is just like, too correct. But the truth there is that, you see that other where they for there,
yes.
He's supposed to be lecturer because everything when he just talks so. The real lecturing mentor.
So where we forget our own, okay?
Well, yeah. But meanwhile, those boys, when they call themselves Yahoo boys, they get one major reason why they cause this issue, and the issue is female women.
Women?
Women, yes. Women are the cause of this. One, every man wants to go and do something stupid just to please one lady. And the funny part of it is that the aspect of even killing themselves and whatever is still at the aspect of these same women. Look, making a caution women in this country, then everything will be fine. Seriously, thank you.
Okay, that's our brother. Don't make your own point. You see, now women be the cause of most of this problem, but I don't understand how women come to be cause of the problem, brother.
You know, what I talked just now is I say a girl.
Another person did that. Good evening, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Good evening. Will I hear you?
Good evening.
Your name and where you call us from?
Okay. This is Mr. Osande calling from Benin.
Go ahead, Osande.
Well, this problem about our youth today that has gone deep inside the system.
Yes. Oh, God, Osande, where we forget are wrong?
I don't think the government take anything serious about this youth problem. Just for instance, cutting in Benin, cutting in Lagos, cutting in everywhere. What is the government doing about it? What is the state doing about it? Now go to Yahoo, that people are saying, ritual everywhere. If they don't kill their papa, they will kill their mama. If they don't kill their mama, they will go kill their girlfriend.
Sure, you see the vehicle when they use the motor to buy for TV.
Those are vanity. If you cause some youth now, take to the village to go and plant cassava, they don't have to plant cassava. Cassava, some youth don't want to plant it, not to talk of corn or rice. But they want to drive luxurious cars. They want to show at the Dada carrier for it.
Oh, but what I ask you, why you to say we forget that wrong?
Where we get that wrong, we start like from the parents. Parents say the kid on the work. If the kid don't get where, if they go.
Another person. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Can I make a contribution?
Go ahead. Where do you call us from? Your name?
This is I'm from Benin.
Okay.
Federal medical store.
Yes.
This is society.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
What I want to really talk about is that the storm was caused by the elders. They frustrated these young ones. And today, even the people that are talking to you at when they were at that age, they got out of school and they got a good job. They were encouraged by the society. Today, just imagine a child will leave the school and start going aimlessly. With his education, with his academic background, he's going aimlessly in the streets. Because he does not have the know-how back up his suffering. We should start talking about how to take them out of the streets and make them busy. This one we are talking about is that somebody who does not have where to put his head, who does not have where to lay his head, and somebody just telling him, come and do this to get money. Even those of you talking, you can also do it when you are jobless. The issue is not what is happening, the issue is how to stop it. What do you do to stop it? That's what you should be talking
so,
about.
we are now the same page we did. What do we do to stop her?
Yes, that's what we should be pointing our head for. No, I'm not telling us that the boys are bad, they are this, they are that. No, it is the society that frustrated them and give them that level to work on. So what we should be talking about is that what do we do? We should put out their head to think about the solution and stop talking about what they are doing and what they are not doing.
But all that, we all say the same thing. We must also we okay. Wait, we're not supposed to identify the problem first.
It's annoying the way that they are not talking about the solution. Somebody thinks that.
But we should identify the problem first. We will get there.
It is the society they find themselves. It is what the elder told them to do. Somebody will wake up in the morning with his academic background is looking for to eat. Somebody who wake up in the morning with his academic background is looking for a way to spend the money before he can take his time to another place. If you don't have a good family that are financially engaged, don't you expect of those parents who train their children and the least school, you are telling them to go back to the farm to work. The society has problem, not the youth.
So what is the way out? Wetin come be the way out now, oga? Hello?
So I don't know whether I have made my point clear.
Yes, you have made your point, but wetin come be the way out?
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
What be your name or where you dey call us from?
Now, me call just now, Mr. Said, as we were talking. Where we play this is the problem of the parents.
How?
As the parents, you say their children not there at work, they're not in work. Then you automatically see your pikin carry car of 10 million come your house or come into for compound. If you're a good parent, don't say so with the grow come. Your father will call police. Your own father, he will call the police, say, come and see what my pikin bring come. How many parents did do today? We were growing up, we would see parents will carry their pikin, hand over their pikin to police. Maybe the pikin steal something for us. But today, parents are celebrating criminals, their children. So, the parents are scared. No government. The government said they come keep your pikin food for us. Maybe you they give them food for us.
So government not get any rule.
The only what government can do now is to put a law. If you are not working, they see with a car on the road. Arrest that boy or person. Ask her where to get the car. That is the role of the government. If the parents try to review what their children do, let the government take it up against the parents.
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, abeg you speak out. What be your name? Where they call us from?
I dey call for Apala warning.
Go ahead. Hello?
My name is Mr. David Okonkwo.
Abeg speak out. Make we hear you well.
Okay, all this problem, I said all this problem starts with government.
How?
I tell this problem start with government.
How it take start with government?
I say start with government because before now, many years ago, over 40, going to 50 years, I say start with government now today. Our government officials, now they kill the system, now they introduce corruption.
Okay, he said a government official they introduce corruption. So, but what about the religious institutions, the churches, the traditional institutions, and even our royal father? We not get any role to play. How come that church is plenty like this, yet this can still increase? One of my brother, what they call Solomon and Boogie, now tell me what they say. Now who can believe a Christian? How true is that?
Anyway, when I tell you, say this thing encompasses of all the society, everybody when the society, like the other caller called just now, when he talk about parents. You see, when our parents have missed it on their own, so they are bound for the children are bound to also miss it. Parents when we say, okay, if they celebrate wealth, let me say negative wealth, negative money, when we say no ask how this money take come, the child is already motivated. You know, some parents these days will say thank God for Yahoo. If not be Yahoo, I for not dey eat. If not be Yahoo, I for not wear lace. If not be Yahoo, I for not do this, I for not do that. Now those parents are members of churches. Those children are members of churches, whether church, whether Muslim, whether traditional way. Now those clergymen and those people for church depend on the spiritual leader too.
Okay, bless the day. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
We dey hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Benin. My name is Dixon.
Okay.
My contribution is very down to our parents.
What about the religious institutions then?
At large. Hello, are we listening?
And they listen, I say, but only parents say, what about the religious institutions? They say they're not getting role to play.
It started from the house. If for instance say, parents not only became go church, they dedicate car. Pastor not go dedicate them. You understand?
So the pastor not dey see say the car wey the person dey use na evil money.
Pastor no fit judge. If you say na evil money, meaning he's already judging. So if peradventure we wan get this thing right, our parents dey get more work to do. No be only yahoo, na so prostitution dey follow am for one side.
Wetin?
Prostitution.
You get two boys. The two na yahoo, the other two girls na ashawo. She don't really care. We don't know say we don't miss her for long.
Okay, Edofe, I would like to call him, say, I know of a pastor in this town. If you go in church, before you pay offering, he will tell you that if they announce the church dey for Ogbebuya, for Kawan Road, they will tell you, say, if you know say you dey do prostitution, if you know say you dey do yahoo, if you know say you dey do blood money, you know say you do internet fraud, or the money wey you want to pay tithe or offering, the money wey you no get for genuine, or your children dey outside this country, you know say na this kind of work they do, say they send you money, no bring am come here, if not the money e go work against you. Not to say that na welcome development, na better to down.
You know, in my course of speaking just now, I tell you, say, now the parents carry the children go church. Now, it is left for the leaders of, not just church, all religion, even traditional religion, when we say they get a chief priest and all that. You know, when...
Is it to say juju no dey kill again?
No, juju dey kill. All those ones they say.
No, because you know why?
Why?
I can't ask my brother if you're Safar and daddy. The way they go to kidnap some traditional rulers, even first class, you know all those first class traditional rulers waiting for all those Kogi, Emir for Kaduna, Zamfara. They pick them like snake.
Yeah, so
I
watched that program.
Wait, then they say these people, they get something for body.
Yeah.
Then if they say these days, those was not really keep to the rule of the
He answered you that day because see, there's what they call the law of attraction. You understand?
So that too, not with their own yahoo in this time.
Yes, no. So see, it's society thing. Because my brother when called just now, they talk about civil servants, they bring corruption. Even traditional rulers are also corrupt. Because see how the corruption, back in the days, if those things dey your body, there are some certain things you ought not to do. So that make I say juju dey kill, and some juju dey protect. You understand? But juju not be like Christ, it not be like God. There are some certain things when the juju dey forbid, when you ought not to do, as somebody when you carry am for body. So when you don't soil your hands, when you don't do some kind of waka, you understand? Then it not go activate for your body. Whenever anything went up, before for we get for they'll say kidnappers inside bush. Before as I know, it get juju when they'll talk, they'll throw inside bush. As they throw inside bush, those juju go turn to wild animals. Now those kidnappers go run. It get juju for Ishan land. When we say they go talk, they'll throw, it go turn to devil beans. You understand? So juju still dey work, but can you, because it be like covenant thing.
No, what you say still dey work.
No, wait, no,
see, then even the owner of the juju they pick them.
Because
they pick them.
yes, no, it still dey work. See why e no dey work again? Because the owners of juju don defy their hands.
Because even the traditional rulers now police dey carry.
Yes,
juju no dey protect them
because they no do the right thing. They no see every place get juju. See, let me tell you, there is a number of angels in every community, which is Christ-like. There's a number of demons in every community. You understand? And there is no middle zone in these kind of things. If you fail the things what you supposed to do as a juju man, the juju man will work for you. So if they come kidnap you, they'll carry you come out.
Okay, so now, when we look at the religious institution, I tell you just to say,
okay,
one pastor, the whole yes. say, no bring some money come here, no bring some money come. Do you hear such messages?
No, that is why I said depending on the church. Let me even tell you that there is somebody, there is one video when I see when they say the guy saying come pay tithes. He's saying come pay tithes. As he's saying one pay tithe now, the pastor can say, no, you when they do this, you when they do that, you know, it's okay. In just the reason say, this 500,000, we ain't gonna use that. 500,000? Oh, your sins are forgiven. May God bless your hand of your work. The pastor changed minds. You understand? But this is not to condemn men of God. What I'm telling you, depending on the spiritual leader in that organization, that man, when they talk about these things, he does see, he mind not there about the money when they come for church. The mind is there about your own righteousness, the purity of your soul, even if say righteousness not gift. See, many of our religious leaders, even they ignite this thing. You'll see a man of God go, they prophesy, may you collect. A man of God go, they tell you, so okay, if you want to do the tahu, remove your leg for your slippers, put on for water, they press computer, go work for you. You understand? Some evil men of God, they even check, Oboafa, you have been doing it, come I pray for you, I go do work for you, this person go pay. Religious leaders. Why be say some, even they say, as long as you are doing so thing, forget it, God will not accept your offering. And let me tell you, many of those churches, people know they come. Many of these people know they there because a true pastor, let me tell you about a pastor. A pastor is like a mentor. A pastor is like somebody when they watch over your soul. Do you know that there are some certain car when you go bring on church? Your pastor or your imam or your chief priest need to ask you, say, my son, this thing when you bring call, you never reach to get her. Even you are me now, as Eugene nothing when you know now. Yes, I be businessman, I be politician. If I bring less than 570 bulletproof call this meeting today, you know go say nothing, I want to see you. Because you know that even at your level, you are not financially enough to get such a car of almost 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, a bulletproof less than 570. How you take it time?
But another thing, these people were talking about politicians, I tell you, you know also feel say now waiting, because you talk about we the elders, waiting we, the elders, when I mean elders and the politicians. You know feel say now waiting would they show these young people. Now they look for another mistake won't go because we are not showing, no, would they show them say, and they come now, would they show them say, this is the way of life, this is car, this one, get this, get that.
Let me tell you, Akololo, if you talk about that one, therefore they into politics. Let me tell you, take all this thing. Now, these musical videos where you see naked ladies with big cars. Imagine now one music actor. Those cars are borrowed cars. Many of our youth does not know. See what they influence you. Politics, no, they even influence youth up to 50%.
So what you call influence?
Now, music and movies. Then they influence youth.
Music and movies.
What changes their dressing? Music and movies. What changes their dress? Even their hairdo? Music and movies. What that guy brother talk about women. In the music and movie, what do you see? The portrait of women. The showing of women. See, if you empowering of youth, the first place to change the consciousness of any or subconsciousness of any youth, not through media. Media has 80 to 90% percentage to change the mindset of every youth, because the videos when they look, then they influence them. As a youth now say, may quote anything for Bible, you not go know. May read any book, you don't know. But tell a youth to sing the complete the video, you go sing down. The complete whiskey, see why Savage, and these rest musicians, these rest celebrities. He go tell you. He can mention all the names of the Nollywood stars, but he cannot tell you the characteristics of civil service. Or he not going to even tell you the works. What the permanent secretary? He cannot tell you. Are you aware? Some youths don't know who be their senators. They don't know who be their House of Reps. They don't know the Speaker of Edo State. But tell them to tell you who sings so song. They will tell you. So it's not just politics alone. What did they influence youth? Now social medias. A friend they tell me today, he say, I can spend a few minutes reading a book, but I can spend 3 hours pressing my phone. Somebody said, if you want any secret to be hidden from a black man, he said, hide it in a book. We don't read, but you know, we can spend hours looking phones, looking Instagram, checking how people dress, checking their luxury cars, checking their pattern of dressing. Before, narrow trousers they rain. No, hope you know. Normal trousers go rain. But when we begin to see celebrities, not they wear big trouser palazzo. Apparently, youth are wearing big trouser. Let me tell you tomorrow. Let somebody, a big celebrity, come up with a tight knicker and a big jeans and a small shirt. Then go rain. What did they rain? And a big polo. Polo, if you wear before, you not be guy man. But now, they rain. What influence on a politician? No, now social media, na media. You see a boy or a girl. In whole book they live like this. That book na phone the phone they do like this. They look. If you they call, you go turn her, use a cover and safely they read. You get it. So not be evil. Say politics. My see where politics they when you say politics they influence people. Politics will influence them because maybe the convoy. But check these people, what would they talk about? None of them they use any political rights. Because political rights now mostly of all these big Jeep Lexus, big Siennas.
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, sir. I beg go straight to the point. Maybe your name where they call us from.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Will they hear you, sir? Go ahead.
This is Mr. Lottie from Benin.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm calling from Dubai.
Go ahead.
Sir, if we want to sanitize the youth, they must have to start from the pastors. All these pastors we are having now are things. They are very, I don't know what to call them. Sorry, I'm not a judge.
But don't use any bad language. Just go straight to the point. Don't insult them.
Because if you don't have money, pastor cannot recognize you in the church again.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. That is what I'm saying now. We will have to advise the pastors. You understand? Yes, sir. I'm very, very sure.
So church for me, you mean say, so you think don't vanish like that?
I guess so. Very, very. If you don't have money, sir, the pastor cannot recognize you in the church. So they are the problem we have.
Tell me what?
Yes.
Ha.
Yes.
But you get any experience? Anybody who don't get any experience like that? Be they just talk and for me, they will talk about the head. Say then.
Sir?
You get anybody who get any personal experience? I be they just they lie for the head.
Yes, I know they lie for their head. I know feel lie for their head. Now, if you enter some church now, my brother, if you not even get anything to present in the church, my brother, pastor will never know you. If somebody come, yes, if person when get money enter church, they don't know how you take get the money. They don't know how the money take come. They go just begin they go carry that person like say like the next God.
But at the time like just say I know of one pastor for at least for Edo State here in church for Kawa Road, for that big side. All the time before they go pay type offering, they announce if you do Yahoo, if you do this one, if you will do procedure, if you do this one, now bring the money come here. If not the money go fight you or it go burn you.
Exactly, sir. You see that man of God. I believe in as God. I call that man.
Okay, that means all these ones, so nobody God call them.
Most of them call themselves. To say the truth, most of them call themselves.
You did them, what God call them?
Okay, I may not be there. Now, the faith by the truth we shall know them. You understand?
Yes.
By the truth we shall know them. Most of them call themselves.
Okay. Well, we know if you turn the bush to so snake according to my brother first of all. Hello, good evening. This is my way I don't come before. Hello?
Hello.
I better go straight. Good evening, sir.
I make this one contribution. I want to make.
Okay.
Maybe just speak and listen.
Go straight to the point.
Are you sure there's any true pastor in the unity?
Come again?
I say there's no true pastor in the new after today.
But what are the one that they talk just now?
Huh?
And they tell about one, say I know one pastor for a Kawaru where they talk say not bring your offering if you cannot go here, if you be here, oh boy, with this.
Okay.
Will they hear you now? Go ahead.
Listen to me now, let me explain.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't go pastor school. I don't see the way pastors they behave here. They are just turning that church as a personal property. People who go to church, nobody's being born again. And you look at the society today. Look at what you hear is criminal. It will increase on the higher side.
Huh?
You only see people. Criminality will increase. Nobody's changing.
But that are signs of the air time now. Hello, good evening. Hello? I'm going straight to the last caller with this time, not again. Hello? Well, now I'm going to use that the robber, all men of that class, you know. You cannot generalize. All men of God, the men of God, they are calling, most of them. If you say get one or two, maybe say they put out for some kind of things, but they are calling it genuine. Abi? Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, oh, and the first woman caller.
Hello?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
What if you are there, where they call us from?
Okay, I come from Safety Road.
What do you think they make our children, they put out for all the baba thing for internet?
Yes, okay. So they talk to you now, the truth just before. I'm from the parents.
Only the parents? One of the government to call and the society?
Don't make joy. But our parents number one. Begin to send money, come give parents for us. You know, go ask guys, take it back. You go collect them. Wherever they call us, so now they ask again, though, bring money for. Everybody go to praise us for the family. Who not get? Then whenever they do something for family, they not go call not get.
But madam, thank you. Someone dey lie on top of pastor and say na pastor dey cause am.
So pastor still join.
How?
For good one still dey. For pastor. Because now pastor say me not one church wey the mark up say even anything na yari dey to bring the money come. If na this way they do, bring the money come, the church dey say over was that. He say go collect the money. So we know say pastor dey. But real one still dey. But the main thing na parents and the society, because the community where when you get money, everybody will dey praise. Do not get money, nobody want to friend with that. Nobody want near am. Na that one wey get money, na they want associate with.
How that time not again?
It was no, as in you see, it's as if me and they had a meeting. I never know people when they call because they are actually buttressing everything I've been saying. You know, but let me just say this one very, very fast. We need to educate our youth. I want the government to create a summit, conferences, you know, associations to change the narrative in our society. So make the thing, make it shift. Until it shift, and this thing are eating so deep, oh, you need to even revisit such a program.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
Next week again, we'll bring up again my brother Akobe and some other my brother we will join us for Zoom this evening. Just say by that time the network on the and I want to actually salute one of my very good friend and not just friend, Papa. No, I don't call that kind of person my friend. Papa, that be Pastor Monday, and I'm the church for pastor for Hakodesh Church for Kamara. Pastor Monday, God will bless you in what he did for all the good things we say they do for humanity. God will bless you. I just wanted to congratulate you for all the better things and not to forget my friend and brother, Pastor and rather Mr. and Mrs. Odianose will be Mama Miracle Shop on the success of the burial of your father and also your father-in-law. Until next week, I greet you.
Thank you.
Friday here will be here again. Now that God bless Nigeria. Good night.
Good night.